swaps in a rivalry that might not be the most prominent for either of these two schools, but it's one that can easily define season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the right. It's complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
Here comes the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They'll give it to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a...
It's a fumble! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the... Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following it up for a massive fumble recovery.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Gators are marching down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Johnson looking to throw. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some. Headed to the end zone. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback brought up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Pressure coming. Dumps it off in the flats. Stumbled to the ground. He built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two.
There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown LSU. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown LSU! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Right on the money. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll try the run. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Off the play fake. Moving away from pressure. He's going to take off. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Turning it on. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he added the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
It's on target and complete. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the... He's going for the big play. He's got it at the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's still plenty of time. You see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyways, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Makes the grab. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that 1st down marker. 4th down coming up.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Quarterback keeper. Makes a man miss. Across the 45. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Looking for a deep man. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
And the Gators are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looks as if he's going to run it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, give on the inside. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. The 40. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Johnson looking to throw. Going over the top. He's got it down the left side. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
What a throw on first down in the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Gators can really attack on this second and short. They'll go to the ground.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. Now on the move. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Johnson wants to throw it. Hauls it in. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
A shot toward the end zone. Wideout trying to get it in. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way.
Touchdown, Florida! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half, when you've got to have an execution. There's got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
35, 14.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll start this drive going to the air. The short hands. It's Lincoln. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Maybe a double pass. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 45. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Rush is on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Lets it fly. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8-ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And his throw is incomplete.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter, to get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Slings it downfield. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Tigers! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Pittsburgh looked like a bunch of world beaters today in a stern-to-stem beatdown. I think a lot of people forget this program won 5 national titles last century. A rich tradition and a sparkling performance today. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back gets the give. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Gators come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. Johnson looking to throw. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. First play of the drive, wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
The quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, Not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays when I can be physical and really make him feel me. I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Might be calling a hot route. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Bringing the heat. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. They're working that left side. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. Johnson wants to throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Punts it out of the air. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. They emptied the roster, but every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got?
There he goes. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Gators are in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads, you could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
Wants to throw again. Fires downfield. Pulls it in. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Johnson looking to throw. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Give to the running back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him one to the 23.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And right down the middle. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Looking for blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. You've probably heard this before. LSU is steamrolling people on the ground right now. And this guy could be pushing what Leonard Fournette tried to do and getting close to 2,000 yards in a season.
And when you think about a defense, it all starts and stops with the run game. And I got to get that stop, but I can't stop this guy. I mean, he's been unbelievable, and this LSU offense has been so physical up front. Tell you what, I got to commit everybody to try to get a stop.
We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got room on the return. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Johnson wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Looking to throw on first down. Steps away. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
We need this quarterback to put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
Pulls and fires complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
He might want another play. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. It's complete to the right. Picks up enough to get them first and 10 from the 11.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Johnson looking to throw. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Gators. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 10 over SMU. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the fourth quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most, picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. A little release to the back. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown LSU. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. They extend this lead and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's incomplete, but I don't think it's going to matter. There's a flag at the line of scrimmage, and it looks as if the defense was offside. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the grab. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He caught it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little...
Turning it on! The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, LSU! Once he got some room, it was over. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. The RPO, it's complete. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Johnson looking to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. They just keep firing. He's got it on the move. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Looking to throw. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6.
That's tough to defend, right? Going 5 wide, spreading us out across the field. These windows become a little bit bigger when you do that, and they were able to convert, and as a result, they walk away with 8 points on the drive.
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.